Good morning, friends. Welcome to GoOnlineTrainings.com. Hope you have seen demo part 1, demo part 2, demo part 3. And today is the final demo. And I'm going to be having this is a part 3 demo. And tomorrow, I'm going to be showing you how to install Power BI in your laptop and how to install SQL Server in your laptop. So what is the laptop configuration? I told you. So without laptop or the desktop, you will not be able to come into this course. So laptop, if you wanted to buy within 35,000 rupees, you can get a best laptop. And one of my hardware vendor is also giving you second hand laptops. Okay. His name is Chandu. That guy is going to be selling second hand laptops. If you wanted to have the any second hand laptop, he will be able to install Power BI, SQL Server, and whatever the things you need, he will be installing, and you will be able to get the 1 lakh worth laptops will be selling it for some below 30,000 rupees. That's what he told me. You can just ask him. I will give you the number tomorrow or after the class. Okay, after the class, you ask me. I will give his number. If you want to purchase second-hand laptops, the new laptop cost will be 1 lakh. It is from the companies. A lot of companies are going to be purchasing new laptops and they're using it for 1 year and selling it, right? So those laptops. So laptop configuration, I'm going to be telling you Windows 10 or later. Okay, any version. And a minimum 4 GB of RAM is required and 256 GB SSD, or you may have any 1 terabyte of hard disk also fine. And these are the requirement. Any processor is fine. Any processor is fine, but don't go in for Celeron processor. So this is a waste processor. You can go in for AMD, Ryzen, and i3, i4, i5. Any generation is fine. Any generation is fine, but don't go in for the Celeron laptops. Okay. And you have to install compulsorily. What are the softwares you have to install? Compulsorily. Uh, Software means you need to have Windows, then you need to have SQL Server. Which version I'm going to be giving you? 2019 or latest version is 2022. I will give you this software tomorrow. You can download tomorrow and install it in the class. If you don't have the laptop, download the software later and you can install it later. And tomorrow I will give you Power BI software link and you need to install MS Office compulsorily in your laptop. Okay. So MS Office 2007 or later versions. So these are the things you must install. How to install them, I'll show you tomorrow. So you need to have this laptop ready with this configuration. If you don't have this laptop ready tomorrow, at least you take 1 week of time, you should be able to buy this laptop. I'll show you the laptops in Amazon.com. You can buy similar laptops. So this is the laptop I'm using. See 49,000, 54,000. This bit costly, right? So this is a better laptop I can suggest. So Lenovo, I can give you this link in the chart window. You will be able to order this, or you can also go to the nearest hardware vendors and you should be able to, negotiate. If you go to shops, you will get bag and mouse, everything will be free. Lenovo IdeaPad Intel 15 inch and 11th generation full 8 GB and full HD and Office, everything is there. And you can buy this laptop. If you don't have this much of money, same configuration desktop you can get it with a 20,000 rupees. Okay, you can call. I'll give the Chandu's number. If you want to buy any laptop, you can also buy seconds or the first one. You can also call him, ask him. He will be able to give you. And he's my vendor. We'll be buying a lot of hardware and software from them. So you can also utilize his services, right? Okay, guys. So tomorrow we'll install it. Don't worry about it. And today we'll completely uh, talk about technical things only, and we'll continue further. So yesterday we knew that you have SSIS and SSRS and SSAS part of MSBA, and we spoke about data analytics and we spoke about data science. The difference also I spoke yesterday, right? Difference between data science and data analytics. People who missed yesterday's class, please watch this. Now, yesterday I spoke about SQL Server 2005 has MSBA. Later, lot of versions got released into the market. Okay, SQL Server 2008, then 2012, then 2014, then 2016, then 2017, then 2019, then 2022. SQL Server and started 1.0 version in 1989, purely RDBMS software that time. Now in 0 to 2005, Microsoft is added these three softwares in the SQL Server itself. When you install SQL Server or SQL Server, you will be able to get RDBMS or SQL. It can store the data, retrieve the data. So MSBA is going to be used for the analyze the data. So how to analyze the data and everything, we'll see it later. So what is the current version that you have to install? I may give you 2019 version, 2022 version. SQL, RDBMS plus MSBA will be getting installed. It will take 1 hour to install the software. Tomorrow, I will give you this. You can also download this for free and you will be able to install. So MSBA has three tools, and SS means SQL Server Integration Services, Analysis Service, and Reporting Services. Now the question, let me take one case study. Amazon company is there. Amazon company wanted to analyze their data. They wanted to see how the sales is happening in India. Or Walmart company is there. They wanted to analyze how the sales is happening in US. Or Yatra.com, BookMyShow.com, State Bank of India, or ICICIbank.com. All these companies are doing some businesses, and all the companies wanted to see how the business is happening, how the loans are being given, where are the profits, where are the where are the places where we are losing the loan amount. Lot of things the ICICI Bank, State Bank of India wanted to analyze. Amazon company also wanted to understand how the sales is happening in India, how the sales is happening in abroad, Dubai, Middle East, Singapore, Malaysia, wherever they have the sales, they wanted to see that sales and everything. Now, when you go there and you say, I wanted to analyze your data. So this is you or your company. So you are working for IBM company and you joined as a developer. So Power BI developer. Now IBM company got a project from Amazon.com. Then you go. So a lot of people, 3 to 5 people are working. This is you, and you wanted to analyze this company's data. That means you go there and ask, hey, Amazon company, give me your data. I will create nice reports and give it to you. Or they will say, these are the reports we would like to have it. Can you just, create them? It will be difficult for you to create a reports because they have the data not in the one place. They have a lot of challenges in the data itself. There are a lot of challenges means issues. అర్థమవుతుందా? So they have the data, because without data, can you create a report? You tell me, without some material, without some iron, can you create a steel? You need to have some material. So what is the material to create a report? So the company has to give you the data, but the company is telling me they have a lot of issues with their data, because they're saying they're having the data not only in the single place. They have some data in India, they have data in Dubai, they have data in UK, they have some data in Dubai, or Japan. So all over the place the company is doing business, all the data is not centralized. So I'm talking about a company called Amazon company. Amazon company is telling you, hey Bhaskar, I don't have the data in a single place. That is the first issue for me. If you don't have the data in a single place, how do you get the data of that company and how do you analyze the data? Because you may lose a lot of data, right? If the data is bits and pieces here and there, how do you analyze properly? The second issue the company is telling you environment in which the data is available. In India, we are using a Java software. US, we are using a .NET software. In UK, we are using SAP software. Dubai, I have the data in the Excel sheets. In the Japan, I am using let us say HANA or DB2 or let us say mainframe. Like that, the company is telling you lot of softwares they are using, all the data is not available in a single premises, single server, single computer. All the data is decentralized because they're doing the business all over the world. The second point they're telling you, we don't have data in a single platform. Java application is we are using, some .NET application we are using. Now you go to Amazon.com. Now tell me, what is this application? It may be Java application, I don't know. This may be .NET application, I don't know. This may be SAP application, I don't know. As a user, I will go, I will buy a product. But how, what kind of an application it is, do you know? You don't know, right? Or you may use Android application also. You can book a lot of tickets, a lot of products you can buy. So iOS application you can use. All the data is available in these applications. For a single company talking about. The next one I'm talking about accuracy of the data. What is the accuracy of the data? They're saying some of the data is going to be having low accuracy. A lot of duplicate values are there. Lot of blank values are there in the data. Lot of misspellings are available in the data. So medium accuracy or high accuracy. So whenever you get the data, it is not guaranteed that the data is a cleaned data. You go to the shop, buy some vegetable. Is it guaranteed that is it a very cleaned vegetables, cleaned chicken? You have to clean the chicken, you need to buy the vegetables and clean it. So it is not guaranteed that you go to the super duper shopping malls, you buy a lot of vegetables, but it is not guaranteed that they're cleaned data, cleaned vegetables. You have to clean them, you have to peel them, you have to cut them. So the data the company is having may not be cleaned because you may have a lot of duplicate data, lot of misspelling data, lot of blank values are available, lot of data is having different issues that you cannot think about it, right? So data itself is not so cleaned. What will happen if you take the bad vegetables and create a dish using the bad vegetables? What will happen? The food is also bad. So, if you take the low accuracy data, then you create a report tomorrow. The report is also not good. If the report is also not good, customer will say, I hate your business intelligence or data analytics reports because it is not telling me the right data. So, if the data is not right, you cannot blame. You cannot tell tomorrow, hey, you give me wrong data. If I give you wrong data, it is your responsibility to clean the data, or it is your responsibility to tell me, so this is what is, right or wrong. I would have told you. You cannot say, sir, whatever be the data, I got it. I have created the report using that. So if you create like that, it may not be the right thing. So always the data cleaning has to be done. Data, bad data removal has to happen before, creating any kind of a reports and everything. Clear? What is the size of the data each country has? You may have data, small amount of data, GBs, or you may have a medium terabytes of data, or you may have high level data, petabyte, large amount of data also may be there. So when you have a small amount of data, hardware, software requirement is simple. And when you have a huge amount of data, buying more servers, planning for more hardware is required. So however you have the circumstances or the environment, based on that, you need to plan a lot of other things. Clear? If you ask me, lot of issues with the data itself. Data belong to single company, but the single company is not able to give you cleaned data, all the data centralized, all the data is not in the same size. They're having different sizes. When you have a small size, you need to take care different things. When you have a medium, large size of data, you have to do a lot of other things. It will be big, technical issues and a lot of challenges. So what Microsoft says, don't worry. What Microsoft says, don't worry. You get the data from anywhere. You get the data from any application. You may be having data in India. India data may be in Java. You may have some data in US. It may be in a .NET. You may have some data in Dubai, Dubai data in Excel sheet. So like that, you have any data anywhere. All the data belong to a single company called Amazon company. All this data is single company data. I'm not talking about all many companies' data. It is Amazon company data. So whenever you buy a laptop or you want to buy a product, so this is your laptop, your mobile phone. Using this, you are going to be establishing a connect into the server that you don't know. So when you go and Amazon.in, when you open Android mobile phone, that will be connecting to this server and you will be able to buy, and the data is going to come here and sit. Clear? Like that, morning and evening, you people are buying and buying, buying and buying. All the data may come to Java, may come to .NET, may come to Excel. We don't know. But all the data, what Microsoft says, you can get the data from all these computers. Okay. Using a ETL tool called SSIS, SQL Server Integration Services, which is going to be extracting the data. Extracting means reading the data. From where? From the source. Extract the data, then transform the data. Transform means clean or change. Clean చేసుకో డేటాని లేదా you have to change the data, then load the data. Load means writing. Load means data. So you extract the data, transform the data, then load the data. That is what is called ETL means. All the data you have to get from here, get from here, get from here. All the data you need to combine. Why we need to combine? Because it is single company's data. You can easily combine and dump into one server. This server, this computer is called as a staging server. Staging computer. Server means a computer. Staging means temporary server. Clear? All the data, but remember this is a SQL or RDBMS server. DBMS server. Remember that. అర్థమైందా లేదా? So this is a DBMS server, RDBMS server, SQL server, or it could be Oracle server, some SQL. That's what you need to understand. So all the data from here, from here, from here, it is going to be coming, and you will keep the data. So what is that you do here? You do the data cleaning work called as the data cleansing work. You may remove duplicates data. Okay. You may correct misspelled data. అర్థమవుతుందా లేదా? You may correct misspelled data. You may split the data. You may merge the data. You may convert the data. You may do this one, that one. So end of the day, all the data we are talking about has to be cleaned. So whatever you would like to do it, you can do it, but you have to clean the data where in the staging. So after that, the cleaned data is going to again taken from this. All the data now is going to go to, all the data is going to go to again using ETL application. Extract the data from this computer and you use SSIS again. With the help of this, you are going to be taking the data, extracting the data from this computer, and all the data you are going to be loading into a bigger computer, the bigger server. The bigger computer is called as a data warehousing machine. అర్థమవుతుందా? You have to have the bigger server, bigger computer. This is what is called data warehouse server. So this is also large hardware. I told you, you need to buy large hardware, plus you need to buy SQL software you have to install. SQL means, as I told you in demo number 1 and demo number 2, Oracle or SQL Server, or you may have DB2. any RDBMS software you have to install. Large hardware means just now I told you your laptop configuration. Your laptop is not a bigger hardware. 1 terabyte of hard disk or 4 GB of RAM, right? So your laptop is not going to be having large amount of hardware. So in your laptop, if you install SQL or if you install a RDBMS, it is simply you can say SQL is running in my computer. That is what people will say. Oracle is running in my computer. Your computer cannot be a data warehousing machine because it is not going to be storing large amount of data. But if I buy a bigger amount of hardware, right? 1000 terabyte of hard disk, 100 GB of RAM, and thousands of processors are running, which is very, very bigger super duper computer. In that, I'm going to be installing SQL. SQL means not SQL Server. It could be Oracle. It could be anything. Clear? So, when you have a large hardware, inside you're going to be using a software called SQL Server or Oracle or DB2, any RDBMS is working. This is what is called a data warehouse as a layman's understanding. Clear? So that is what you need to say. All the data is going to be coming from here to here. So this is what you got to understand. This is data warehouse. Now, I will give you a simple example you can understand in the better way. You don't have the water supply at home. Daily morning 6 o'clock, water tanker comes to your street. Or there are taps in the street. You have to go to the street and collect the water in the morning. 6 o'clock, you wake up and 6:30, 7 o'clock, water comes in the street. You have to carry a bucket. So you mother, father, everybody is carrying the buckets, and this is what is your bucket. So small in size, 30, 40 liters. You go to the street, you switch on the tap, the water comes, the bucket is full. So with the bucket, what you do? When the bucket is full, what you do? You are going to be taking the water and putting into a drum or the tank. The drum is called your data warehouse. Drum is also plastic inside, plastic, but bucket is also plastic, but bucket capacity 30, 40 liter, drum or the tank capacity 5000 liters or 1000 liters. So all the water you're going to be getting from this bucket and putting into this drum or this tank. Again, this bucket will be empty. Like that, all your family members are going and collecting the water, and you also collect the water. So the buckets are full. What you're doing? You're getting the water and dumping it to here. Like that, again, you will come back. Your buckets are empty, and the buckets are small in size. Buckets are small in size, and these servers are called OLTP servers. Remember what kind of servers these are? These are called OLTP servers. OLTP means online transaction processing. These are OLAP server. OLAP means online analytical processing. OLTP means what? OLTP means wherever you have a fresh data or a fresh water. So wherever the fresh data comes, for example, you buy a laptop today, the fresh data is going to come today. Wherever you have a fresh data, that computer is called as OLTP computer. It could be Java, .NET, Excel, XYZ, doesn't matter. If you're having a fresh data, that is what is called OLTP computer. OLTP means online transaction processing. Remember this very, very important point. You have OLTP machines, OLTP computers, where you have the small amount of sizes. So it is going to be having always a fresh data and read and write data. అర్థమవుతుందా? So most of the time these computers are busy getting the data. 80% of the time these servers are busy getting the data. You go, you switch on the motor, you switch on the tap, the water comes, it's going to be collecting the data. But only problem with the servers are not very big. What is the capacity of your bucket? 30, 40 liters. Like that, it is going to be having very small amount of servers. So maybe the data may be in the GBs here. Okay. So the capacity may be some 500 GB. That is the capacity of data. So you can have not more than that. Clear? So you have OLTP data. OLTP means what? An online online transaction processing. Transaction ante lavadevi. Transaction means lavadevi. Online transaction processing. So whenever you do anything, that is a transaction. You wanted to buy product, that is a transaction. You wanted to book a hotel, a transaction. You wanted to withdraw the cash, transaction. You wanted to inquire about a course, a transaction. You wanted to cancel the railway tickets, a transaction. You wanted to inquire about something, that is a transaction. You make the payment, a transaction. Whatever you do, transaction, transaction, transaction. Okay. Every transaction will have data. Clear? So the data is going to be captured in the computer. You go buy one product in the Amazon.com. That is a transaction. You cancel the product. That is a transaction. You make the payment. It is a transaction. You go to the bank. You withdraw the cash. A transaction. You deposit the cash. A transaction. You pay for using a phone pay. It is a transaction in the phone pay. So whichever will be the application which is capturing the fresh data, that application is called as a OLTP application. Now whatever you're using, phone pay application is a OLTP application. It may be Java application, Android application, or Angular JS application, SAP application, X application, Y application, Z application. It does not matter. అర్థమవుతుందా? So what is OLTP means? Whatever be the application that is going to be capturing the fresh data. So you go to the bank, what will happen? Always you do the fresh transaction. You deposit the cash, you do everything. So wherever you're using, and definitely you're giving the fresh data. So these servers are small in size, small size of data. These servers are going to be maintaining probably in the GBs. Probably in the GBs of data will have small size of data. What is the capacity of a bucket? So when you go, you wanted to get this, but what is the size of the bucket? 30-40 liter. But what is the size of the drum or the tank? 1,000 liter, 2,000 liter. OLTP, where you have a fresh data or the fresh water, and most of the time you're writing the data. Most of the time you go to the bank, what you do? Once in a while you see what is my balance. But most of the time we are depositing, we are transferring, we are adding the funds. Once in a while we read what is my balance. So most of the time you're going to be writing the data. Whatever be the application that you're using today, all of them are OLTP, OLTP, OLTP. Okay. So these applications are used by us. అర్థమవుతుందా? So you have a large amount of people are going to be using. Now this is what is called OLTP. What is OLAP? OLAP means data warehouse. So online analytical processing. One more application you have. So in this application, not normally what we do, it is not the fresh data. All the data is going to be taken by this. When you take the data, if the server is full, because you are buying the product one day, after 1 year, after 2 years, after 6 months, the server will be full. Because as I told you, it's just like a bucket. What is the size of the bucket? 30-40 liters capacity. Like that, this server capacity is small in size when you compare with this server. This is a drum. So when the bucket is full, what you do, you take the data from here, you're going to be keeping it here. So that is how you're going to be gathering the data into OLTP. OLTP is going to be used to run the business. Okay, so why OLTP servers? To run the business. All the business data will get captured into the small servers. But this is going to be having the historical data. That means last 10 years of data. Where is that? Banking data. It would have gone to OLAP server, data warehousing server. That is what you got to understand. It is read-only data. It is not a small size data, it is a large size data. You understand, every month you're getting 500 GB of data every month. 500 GB per month. I'm talking about into 12 months of data. It will become 6,000 GB of data equivalent to 6 terabytes of data. Into 10 years of data, it will become 60 terabytes of data. Can I store in the small bucket in my laptop? No, 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 no. So you are going to be storing 10 years or 20 years of data of the company where in the OLAP online analytical processing means where you have historical data, read-only data, large data, but who's going to be using this data? Will you go and use the old data? No, this data is going to be used by business users. What is the meaning? I will tell you. You never go to your bank. You never ask what was my balance in 2010. Do you ask this kind of a question? Or can you go to the company and ask, no, I have booked a train ticket 15 years back. Can you tell me the details about that? So you're an end user of railways or the train or the flight. You cannot go and get the historical data of the railway. Where is the historical data of the railway? It is there in the data warehousing. There's a bigger computer. The current reservations, last 1 month data, last 1 year data will be there. But remaining data would have gone to data warehousing. This data you're not going to be using as a passenger, as a customer, because you are not working for the railway department. If you work for a railway department as a manager, then you are called as a business user, because railway things and everything, the business guys, that means people who are working for the railway department can understand. So those people will go and analyze this data. Clear? That is what you got to understand. Who's going to be using the data? Not the end user. I wanted to book a ticket, I book the ticket. That's it. After that, whether the data is here or data is gone there or who's maintaining, I'm not bothered. But all the reservation data will go there, and last 100 years of data will be there in the data warehousing. Why? Because they wanted to analyze how year by year the sales is gone. How year by year the passenger demand is there, which train is giving more and more revenue, which train is not giving any revenue, which route is profitable, which route is not profitable. All of them, who's going to be analyzing? The railway department authorities. These people are called as a business users. These are not end users. Now how many people authorities will be there? Only some 100, 200 or 1000 people. But how many people are going to be buying the tickets? So you have more end users are going to be there. They're buying the train tickets. But who's going to be analyzing the data? Very few railway department authorities. Clear? So the data which is available here. Now, daily in my example, you're getting the water and daily you're putting the water here. So one guy told, why can't you buy a motor pump? Why are you lifting the bucket manually and coming to your house and putting the water, dumping the water into the tank? Can't you buy a motor pump? So you can buy one motor pump, right? So you wanted to buy some motor pump, right? So when you go in for a motor pumps, so these kind of a motor pumps are available. You have different companies motor pumps are available. This is one flow. Samir motor, Havells 1 HP, Kirloskar. These motor pumps are nothing but ETL. Remember. You have the water in the bucket. You have one more bucket. All the buckets you can connect. This is what is called your tank or the drum. So what you fix? You fix your motor pump. You switch on the motor pump. As soon when it is full, you switch on the motor. It is going to be bringing the water. Then you wait. The water will come. Again, you switch on the motor pump. Extracting the data, transforming the data means these are called ETL. ETL means డేటా ఇంపోర్టింగ్ ఎక్స్పోర్టింగ్ సాఫ్ట్వేర్. SSIS అర్థమవుతుంది. ఒక డేటాని వేరే దగ్గరికి పంపించాలి. సో యూ నీడ్ టు హ్యావ్ సమ్ డేటా ఇన్ దిస్ ఇన్ ప్లేస్. ఐ హ్యావ్ టు గెట్ ఆల్ ద డేటా ఫ్రమ్ హియర్, డంప్ ఇన్ టు హియర్. So simply data copy pasting tools, ETLs are called as simply data importing exporting softwares, or simply you can understand it is ETL means what, Nana? Motor pumps. Data pumps. You are going to be getting the water from one place and dumping into a tank or the drum. Like that, it is going to be getting the data from one place and moving to the one more place, bigger places. That is what you got to understand. Lot of companies are there. So our company is called SSIS. Our product name is called SSIS. We have iFlow, Samir, so Havels. So this is one more company's ETL. Like we have Informatica. Informatica is one more company. It is also ETL software. Pentaho. It is also from one more company. అర్థమవుతుందా? So like that, lot of company, Kirloskar is there, Asian is there, Kirloskar, Havels, lot of companies are available. Microsoft brand is called SSIS. It is a what kind of a software? ETL software. It is a pumping the data from one place to another. In your body, there is a ETL going on. Can you tell me what is the ETL? It is a heart pumping the blood from one place to another. So you also got ETL. Remember, you also got ETL. It is a pumping the blood. Now, where the cleaning is happening? Staging. What is staging area in your body? Your kidney. Your kidney is called a staging, where the blood is getting filtered. Cleaning process is going to be taking care, and the blood is getting circulated from one place to another place. You have ETL, you have a staging also. Because bad blood if goes entire body, then your brain will get damaged within few minutes. Now the body is going to be cleaning everything in the staging area called kidney, then the blood will get circulated. Kada? The same way, you have to understand ETL are nothing but data pumping software. It is going to be dumping the data, pumping the data, but directly pumping is dangerous. Normally, what we do, we get the data from here, and all the data will put into here. We are going to be cleaning the water. We are boiling the water. Lot of things we are going to be doing, and from here to here, we are going to be putting the cleaned water, because cleaned blood only will go to the entire body. Like that, directly you don't dump the data here. It is completely unethical. It is not good. So you get the data, you get the water, you put, what is it? This is one more drum or the tank. This is one more drum or the tank. You clean, you keep the water in the common place. Think about Kaleshwaram project. Think about, the water. You may be getting the water from Godavari or different rivers. So these are the bigger motors. All the water will be get into bigger reservoir. So their cleaning process is going to be happening here. Cleaned water will go and put into tanks. So this is what is called a ready to use water. This is what is called ready to use data. అర్థమవుతుందా? So all the things happening, get the data, clean the data, keep the data. If you're buying a vegetable, I'll give you one more example. What you do? This is a shop, you buy some vegetables here. This is one more shop, you buy some vegetables here. You buy some vegetables here. All the vegetables, you put them into a carry bag. So this is what is called carry bag. Temporarily, you put it. So after that, what you do? You open the bag, you remove all vegetables, you clean them. So cleaned vegetables you're going to be keeping into your fridge. So data warehouse is a fridge, right? You can think like that. All the cleaned vegetables are going to go to your fridge. So daily you're going and getting cleaned. This is your carry bag. Put all of them in the bag. Come home. You open the bag. You clean the vegetables. Cleaned vegetables you're going to be keeping into the refrigerator. Clear? So data warehouse is going to be your a refrigerator. Now, see, to move the data, now tell me, you're getting a water from here. One guy is asking a beautiful question. So what is the question he's asking? So why after staging area, again it will go to ETL? Now you tell me, there is a motor pump here. There is a motor pump getting water and putting the water here. Okay. So this water will get cleaned here. From here to here, how the water goes without a motor pump? You have the data here. This data you're able to bring till this point. Okay, the water you have cleaned. The cleaned water has to go. How it go? It has to again take this data and copy paste the data here, right? Did you understand or not? Because automatically data will not go. Somebody has to push the data. So without this pump, the data from here to here it came. You cleaned. Cleaned data, it is there only. It is there in this. Did you understand? From here, it has to go to somewhere else, right? So without a pump, how do you push the water, the cleaned water? You need to have again one more pump. One more motor has to be there. Then only the water will flow. Clear? So that is what you need to understand. Very good question. Clear? So now you're going and getting daily vegetables and keeping it here. You have a refrigerator, all the vegetables are here. So daily data you're going and keeping it here. If you keep the data, nothing will happen. If you have daily data 10, 10, 20, 30 is here. Now only if you keep data, Nothing can happen, right? You have to process the data. So what is the meaning of processing? You have to perform the summing operation. So you have vegetables are here, food is available here. Now what you need to do? You need to start cooking. That is what is called processing. So processing is going to be happening in your kitchen. Kada? So you need to go to kitchen. You have to buy, you need to get the vegetables and you need to start cooking. So cooking is a processing. Where will it happen? You get all the vegetables because refrigerator, you think this is refrigerator, all the vegetables are there. If the vegetables are there, you don't get the food. You need to process the data. So this is where this is SSAS. So it is going to be processing. It is simply your kitchen. You think like that. If you think this is a refrigerator, all the vegetables are available there, but only if you keep raw data. For example, I have 10, I have data like 10. I'm giving you simple example. 10 is there, 20 is there. I have to know what is the total. Total is 30. I'm still giving you simple example. So summing is a process. Finding average is a process. You know what is the minimum, what is the maximum is a process. But I'm talking about large amount of billions of data. When you have 1 billion data, 10 billion data, processing will take a lot of time. So the processing can be done in the help of a kitchen. The kitchen is called SSAS. It gets the data. It will tell you this is the total sales for last year. This is the total sales for last 5 years. This is the total sales in India. This is the total sales in abroad. Like that, not only one processing, multiple processing, because people will not ask you only one aggregation, right? So what is the sales? They'll ask you first. You will say the total sales is $120 billion. Now, what is the sales in India? What is the sales in US? What is the sales in Japan? What is the sales for Apple iPhones? You ask a lot of aggregations, a lot of totals. You don't cook only one food in the kitchen, right? You prepare chicken kebab, chicken biryani, chicken pizza, chicken this one, that one. So you use a lot of things. So for that, you have to have the different tool. The tool is called SSAS. Data warehouse is just like a refrigerator. It stores the data as it is. What is the purpose means? To store large amount of data. But only if you have data like 10 and 20, that is not enough. I need to know what is the total sales. The total sales is available here. Okay, you have prepared the food in the kitchen. After that, what you do? You have to give it the food to the customer, or you would like to eat. How do you eat the food? Now the food has to be displayed or neatly garnished and it has to be served. So the food need to be there in the plate. You need to neatly display. The display purpose, the reporting is going to be there. అర్థమవుతుందా? So we are going to be using the reports to display the total aggregations. You may use Power BI. SSRS are number one reporting tool, even Excel you can use. So this is how you take the vegetables, you cook the vegetables and chicken. After that, you put the chicken into the plate. This is what is your plate. You think like that. You garnish them, you color them, and this report will be given to the end user, not end user, business user. So people who are the managers, they will be able to see and they will be able to take the decision making. Business user. Okay, they will be able to see how the sales is happening last 5 years, how the sales is happening last 10 years, how the sales is happening for the southern region. So railway people wanted to understand northern region, how the sales is happening in India, how the sales is happening in USA. So you create thousands of reports because you have the data, you have a process the data with the help of SSAS, and you're going to be showing the data into the report. Now report is your plate, so you can show whatever they wanted to have it. Neatly you garnish it, neatly you decorate the plate, and you give the report to the customer. Clear? Who's the customer? The authorities, not the end user. So Amazon.com, I will buy a product, but tomorrow I cannot go to Amazon.com and see their reports. No, I am not a business user of Amazon.com. I'm not working for Amazon.com as a sales manager or a board of director. I'm a simply end user. So who's going to be analyzing the data? The business people, MBA guys. Normally, you join as a company as a sales in charge or the regional level manager, or you are a head of director, you're a CEO of the company. So you are going to be analyzing the data, not the Amazon end user. Amazon end user means I'm buying the product. So I'm not going to be going tomorrow to Amazon. Hey, give me your reports. I will analyze. No, 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 no. I'm an end user. So end users are going to be using OLTP applications where we just buy the product or that's it. After that, we cannot do anything. But all the data monthly, it is going to be dumped into the data warehousing, and every month there is going to be creating a lot of reports and will get published. So this is the big circus will be happening that you do not know. Whatever you are using, that is what is called OLTP application. Amazon.com is a OLTP because it is going to be storing fresh data. Phone Pay application, Google Pay application, IRCTC, whatever application, banking application, State Bank of India, whatever we are using, where the fresh data is going, but one day that computer will be full because you're giving the data regularly. Phone Pay will be full one day, right? But you never get that kind of a chance. How come? Because Phone Pay is going to be storing initial data into one computer. That is what is called OLTP computer. Once that is full, once in a month, once in a 2 months, once in a week, if it is full, they are going to be switching on the motor. All the data will go from OLTP to OLAP, called as a data warehousing. Then phone pay application will process the data, will create a replication, and they will understand what kind of a things, what kind of a profit we needed, what kind of a loans they have taken from phone pay, what kind of a gold people are purchasing from the phone pay, what are the insurance policies they're purchasing from the phone pay, that they wanted to analyze one by one. So who's going to be analyzing? Not the phone pay user. Phone pay business user means people who are working in phone pay company as a managers, board of directors, those people are going to be analyzing. So you are not going to be analyzing as a technical developer. I'll give you a simple example. You go to hospital, you say that you are not well, you're having a fever. You go to the doctor, doctor will see and he will ask you to get some medical reports. Now after that, where will you go? Go to the laboratory. In the laboratory, there is a lab technician. He will be collecting the body temperature, blood. He will take the blood, weight, height, BP, everything he will be taking. And all of them, blood he will be keeping, storing the blood, taking the blood, storing the blood, processing the blood, he will create a report. The report will be analyzed by the doctor. So doctor is the decision maker, he is a business user. So who's going to be creating a report? A lab technician. So the lab technician is called as a data analyst, or you're the lab technician in the IT company. You're a just like a Power BI developer. You don't analyze the data. The analysis is going to be done by the a doctor, because a lab technician will create a report, and the report will be given to the patient may submit the report to the doctor. So doctor can tell you whether the patient has a problem or not, but not the lab technician. Lab technician is you're a Power BI developer equivalent to lab technician. Get the data, clean the data, store the data, create a report, that's it. You don't open your mouth, give the report to the business user. So he's going to be analyzing, not you. So many people think that Power BI developer has to analyze the data. No, you are not going to be analyzing. How can you say that? Whether how come lab technician knows that whether this guy is having a cancer or kidney failure? That is not his role. His role is to create a report. So that role will be played by the doctors, like that. So a manager come to know how the sales is down, why the sales is good. So they will see the report, but they don't know how to create a report. That is the reason they are dependent on you. What is your role? You are called as a data analyst. You are called as a data analyst, or you are called as a lab technician, just like you are a Power BI developer, data analyst. So you will be able to create a report. You don't analyze the reports. Remember, you don't analyze the report. Data analysis is going to be done by the business user. You are the data. You get the data, you clean the data, you create a report. We never analyze. So these people are called the business analyst or the business user. We are the data analyst. So data analyst means collect the data, get the data, clean the data, store the data, process the data, create a report, give the report to the end user. End user, that is business user. Business user is called as a business analyst. He can analyze that report, not you. Clear? You are just like a report creator only. Remember this point. అర్థమవుతుందా? So now you have to know all these things if you want to come into IT industry. So you have to know ETL, you have to know data warehousing, you have to know SSAS, you have to know Power BI. So along with that, you have to know SQL also. So SQL and Power BI you have to learn now. అర్థమవుతుందా? From tomorrow we are going to be starting with Power BI live classes. Tomorrow I'll show you the installation, and day after tomorrow onwards I'll be talking about Power BI and its components. Anybody can understand Power BI, so you need not know anything. No software knowledge is required to understand Power BI. Power BI, just like a Instagram application, just like a WhatsApp application, anybody can understand without having any knowledge. Okay, but the SQL you need to start. Why SQL you need to start? Because when you go for the interview, 60 to 70% of the interview questions are going to come from here. Remaining 40% are going to come from Power BI. So Power BI is independent software you can learn. But why are we learning means to crack the interview, to get a job, to settle in the IT industry. If you don't know SQL very well, it will be difficult for you to get into Power BI. And many people telling me, sir, I know basics of Power BI, basics of SQL. You know, one trainer told me 5 days of SQL. That SQL is not sufficient. We don't have the live classes for this. No, I am asking you to buy the SQL videos and you have to practice daily 1 hour videos. There are 45 videos I'm going to be 45 plus hours videos are going to be giving. So daily you need to watch one video in the evening, and the morning 8 o'clock from tomorrow we're going to be having Power BI classes, and this is the final class for you to understand. So the payment links and everything will be given. So today the final demo is completed. So what all you need to do in this month? We are having July and we are in the August. Okay, these 2 months you have to concentrate on the SQL and concentrate on the Power BI. Now you have to make the payments for only these two courses. 45 videos will be given. These are available in English as well as in Telugu, and even the explanation is in Telugu. You can get these videos daily. You need to watch one video per day. Okay, one per day you have to watch. And these live classes we have 45 days live classes will be there. So daily you need to attend. So this you need to only buy videos. You have to make the payment only for these two courses now. So in the month of September, compulsorily you have to learn SSIS. This will be for the 25 days course. You may attend live classes that time, or you can also buy videos. అర్థమవుతుందా? So you will be able to get the free classes. Data warehousing will be free. SSAS also will be free. And this you need not ask. We are going to be giving you these videos. You can practice. This is videos, not live classes. This will be there. So all of them we are going to be covering. Clear? So you have to make the payment for SSIS in the month of September. You will be able to make the payment for, now 2 months you will be able to practice SQL and Power BI. So Power BI is not sufficient. You need to learn SQL knowledge. Without SQL, Power BI is useless, because you can learn Power BI without SQL. The problem, when you go to the interview, you will come to know that without in-depth of SQL server, don't tell me, sir, I have learned SQL in my college days. My friend told me he will teach me. I have seen Udemy videos. I have seen YouTube videos. All of them are nonsense. You don't crack the interview if you don't learn in depth. So I'm telling you, 60% of the interview questions are going to be coming from here only. You believe me, because I am from the real time. I have 20 years of 23 plus years of experience in the IT industry. I know after going to the job or after going to the interview, you will come to know the trainer has cheated you. He has only told you to learn Power BI for 1 month, and he said, say basic SQL is important. That's what trainer told. Not me, other trainers. But when you go to the interview, all the interview questions going to be starting from SQL only. Now they'll ask you SSIS, They'll ask you data warehousing. Now you will be able to get the CV preparation. One project is free. Okay, that will be given, and sample CVs are provided. Interview questions are given, and case studies are given. All of them are for free. You need not worry about it. Everything will be there. If you have any questions while doing SQL, you can ask me the doubts in the next day Power BI class. I will give you after Power BI, before Power BI enough time. You can ask me, or if you don't have the enough time, you can also mail me the issue, sir. This is the issue. This is my phone number, sir. If you give me the phone number, you will send me the problem. I will be able to connect one to one based on your free time, my free time. We will be resolving the issues. So you should not be worried at all, right? So anybody can learn anything anytime, but only thing is that slow and steady wins the race. Ante kada, slow and steady wins the race. Anybody can become anything. So you will be able to get a lot of things later, but slowly you need to start with the SQL and everything. Data warehousing, yeah. October month, yes, or September month you can plan. Morning you can plan for exercise, or evening you can plan for the projects, however you would like to have it. Okay, yeah, clear, guys. So this is the final day demo. People who have joined today fresh, those people have to fill this form. I'm giving in the chart window, and the demos are got over. So all the demos, you have it or not, I don't know. If you don't have all the demos, demo 1, demo 2, demo 3 means you have to write me a mail. I will send all the demos to you. And people who are joining today first time, you have to fill the form. Then only you will be able to get the discount on the price. If you don't fill the form, you don't get the discounts. Now, daily videos also will not come. Now, Shivakumar is asking what is the fee? The fee and everything, the mail is going to come by 12 o'clock today. So you need to wait. If you don't get the mail by 12 o'clock, you can call these numbers. Or if they don't respond, you can also mail me, bhaskarjogi@gmail.com. Check your spam mail, because sometimes my mails will go to spam. My mail may be there in the spam box. Just check once. If it is not available, call these numbers. If they don't respond, if you don't get the proper reply, you can say, Bhaskar sir, I did not get the payment details. Now I need to know about it. So I will be able to reply, guys. So payment details, what is the fee, what is the discount, everything you will be able to get a separate mail by 1 o'clock or 12 o'clock today. If you don't by 1 o'clock in the afternoon, you can 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock, you can call these numbers. They will be able to attend. From tomorrow, this meeting link is not going to work. So you will be able to get the new meeting link. People who made the payment, at least some initial amount you need to make it. You will be able to get the new meeting link and connect with that. Okay, guys. So if you have any questions, you should be able to ask me. Thank you, guys. This is the final class, and tomorrow I'll show you how to install the Power BI SQL Server in your computers. So you need to have Windows 10 or 11. If you don't have that, go to hardware shop today and ask them to upgrade your computer to Windows 10 or 11. Clear? Because I will not be able to upgrade your laptops, and I'm not, having time to do that. So you need to consult nearest hardware shops. You have to upgrade your computers. If it is not supporting Windows 10 or 11, so you need to buy new laptop or new desktop. So whatever be the things which I have posted. If you need second-hand laptops and everything, you can just call the Chandu's number, right? Chandu's number I'll give you. Chalo guys. Thank you so much. Tomorrow we'll connect same time with the different meeting ID. You can call these numbers, and if you need any questions or anything, you can ask them. You can call them regarding the payments. Any technical questions, you should be able to ask me now. Thank you, guys.